Carlos Ruiz Zafón's debut novel, The Prince of Mist, 1993, originally written in Spanish as a young adult mystery, was translated into English and released in the United States in 2010. The story is set during World War II and revolves around a young boy named Max Carver, the son of a watchmaker. Max encounters several inexplicable events connected to a nearby shipwreck. Zafón places the narrative in 1943 within an unnamed European city. On Max's 13th birthday, his father, Maximilian, gifts him a watch engraved with Max's time machine. Maximilian informs Max that the family is relocating to the coast to avoid the war. Max's family comprises his mother, Andrea, and his two sisters, Alicia and Irina. Before boarding the train to their new coastal home, a peculiar cat with yellow eyes approaches the family. Irina, Max's younger sister, pleads with her father to let her keep the cat, and he eventually agrees. As the train departs, Max notices the station clock moving backwards. Max learns from his father that their new seaside residence was constructed in 1923 by Dr. Richard Fleischmann and his wife, Eva. Tragically, their son died in a drowning accident, which led to Dr. Fleischmann's rapid decline in health. After Dr. Fleischmann's death, Eva left the house to be sold by her attorneys. After encountering and dispatching several spiders with the help of the new family cat, Max glimpses from his window a mysterious garden adorned with 6 pointed stars and a circle of peculiar stone statues. He waits until the following morning to explore the garden more closely. Upon breaking a lock to gain entry, Max discovers that the statues are grotesque representations of circus performers. The most terrifying statue in the garden is that of a menacing clown. Max briefly glances away, only to find upon returning his gaze that the clown's arm is now raised toward the sun. Startled, Max retreats into the house, opting to keep this eerie discovery to himself out of fear that his family wouldn't believe him. Later that day, Max meets Roland, a slightly older boy who lives with his adoptive father, Victor Cray. Victor, the sole survivor of a tragic shipwreck in 1918 just off the coast of Max's new home, built a lighthouse in gratitude for his survival and now resides there with Roland. Max and Roland arrange to explore the wreck site through diving the next morning. That evening, the family views old film reels retrieved by Maximilian from a nearby shed. In one reel, the camera captures the same garden Max ventured into earlier that day. Max notices the clown appears somehow different. After most of the family leaves, Alicia confides in Max about a troubling dream she had involving the clown on the night they moved. The following morning, Max and Alicia accompany Roland on their diving expedition to the shipwreck. Alicia, older than Max, forms an immediate bond with Roland, reciprocated in kind. While Max and Roland explore underwater, Alicia remains on shore. The dive proves tranquil and breathtaking for Max until he spots the same 6-pointed star emblem on a flag affixed to the wrecked vessel known as the Orpheus. Afterward, Roland narrates the full tale of the Orpheus to Max and Alicia. The Orpheus was once owned by a Dutchman who owed gambling debts to a circus impresario named Mr. Kane. Mr. Kane's troupe often had to make quick exits after being driven out of various towns. On one occasion, the Dutchman transported Mr. Kane and his troupe of circus freaks aboard the Orpheus. Meanwhile, Victor clandestinely boarded the ship due to unsettled business with Mr. Kane. Ultimately, Victor emerged as the sole survivor of the shipwreck. The following day, Max, Alicia, and Roland resolved to glean more details about the wreck directly from Victor. Meanwhile, Irina encounters eerie supernatural events in the house that terrify her so intensely that she tumbles down the stairs, sustaining a head injury. She survives but is rushed to the local hospital. Later revelations disclose that Dr. Fleischmann had pledged his firstborn son, Jacob, to Mr. Kane, a magician who seemingly survived the shipwreck, possibly through mystical means or as a ghost. Using the clown statue, known as the Prince of Mist, Mr. Kane manipulated the sea mist into tentacles to pull Jacob into the ocean depths. Though Jacob appeared to perish, he miraculously survived, unbeknownst to Kane. To safeguard Jacob, Victor renamed him Roland and raised him as his own son, erasing his memories of his earlier life as Jacob. In the climax, Mr. Kane attempts to claim Alicia in Roland's place, submerging her underwater with his sentient, magical mist. Refusing to allow Alicia's capture, Roland plunges into the sea, rescuing her but sacrificing himself in the process. Ultimately, Irina emerges from her coma induced by the stairfall. Carlos Ruiz Zafón's novel, The Prince of Mist, has garnered significant acclaim, including the prestigious Edebay Literary Prize for Young Adult Fiction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.